You look like a flower.
Etsy has home, style, gifts. Etsy has it.
I will never again lose to my brother, decided Issa, because I've switched to Consumer Cellular, and now I get the same coverage he's got for half the cost.
I'm the one who wins.
Birds, when freedom calls, we're here to answer.
Tomorrow on E.T., Joe, Kevin, Nick, 6. Our exclusive with the Jonas Brothers before kicking off their world tour.
We are spilling the E.T. I'll get them up. Make sure you check that out. And here's one more thing before we go. Take care, y'all.
Good night.
Happening now.
A reminder to drivers, school is back in session. We spoke to experts about how to keep your kid healthy and safe when they're walking to and from school.
Sunny and hot, and we continue to dry out. We'll talk about our fire weather risk and when the African dust could return in just a bit.
Those online product reviews can be a big help when you're shopping on the internet, but are they real? We'll show you how to spot the fake ones. The News at 5 starts right now. The long, hot summer we're having turning into a long, hot school start. School, in fact, has already started for some, but many will start this coming week.
Yeah, and when they get out of class in the afternoon, it will be the hottest part of the day. Camelia Juarez with why pediatricians recommend you plan for that heat so your student stays cool after school.
Soon the sidewalks and crosswalks will be full of students eager to get home. But those walks can feel longer in the extreme temperatures.
My school, the kids, they walk all the way down Culebra, all the way up to Potranco. So that's 3-4 blocks by themselves.
Having a water bottle.
Pediatrician Dr. Mandy Tabel Spotek says when the temperature rises above 98 degrees, it can put children at a higher risk of cramps, heat stroke, and heat exhaustion.
Especially when they're out there playing. They're enjoying what they're doing. And so they may not be aware that they've had an excessive amount of sweating. And so they continue to play as opposed to stopping and taking those breaks.
The inside of the classroom can be cold, but it's important a child takes off their sweater while walking home.
They can get dehydrated, they can get overheated. And so just reminding them that they can always have that shirt underneath.
That's why it's important to remind your child to refill their water and hydrate throughout the day. It's especially important to have a full water bottle before walking home. During that walk, a kid should drink at least a cup of water every 20 minutes.
Find a nice water bottle that child likes and is excited about filling up. And then that way they can have it filled during the day.
Student athletes like band players need more liquids, at least 2 cups of water every 20 minutes.
Let's just remind them, refill your water bottle before you go home and be sipping on it.
Camelia Juarez, KSAT 12 News.
And something else that parents and students may be packing in the new school year is a lot of anxiety. But there are ways to start off with a good mental outlook. And that is why tomorrow we are hosting a town hall. It's called Nurturing Minds as we go back to school. KSAT's Myra Arthur will be joined by a panel of experts as they discuss questions and concerns that parents, teachers, and students may have going into the new school year. This is all going to be live streamed on KSAT Plus and on KSAT's YouTube channel beginning at 7 o'clock tomorrow evening.
An important reminder as well, this weekend is the annual tax-free weekend beginning this Friday, August 11th. Families that still need to prepare for back to school have the chance to save on certain items: clothes, shoes, school supplies, backpacks, few other things. The tax-free weekend ends Sunday at midnight. New information on the discovery of a body in a mobile home park this past week. The Bexar County Medical Examiner's Office has identified the man. He is 20-year-old Martin Jaquez Martinez. His body was found Saturday morning in the Wood Lake Trails neighborhood on the northeast side. Bexar County Sheriff's deputies say there was serious trauma to his head. The ME's office said Jaquez Martinez died of a gunshot wound, and they believe he was murdered. Deputies say neighbors told them they heard a gunshot late last Friday night. The sheriff's office is still investigating this one.
There's a robber that is still on the run after robbing a vape store last July. Now, SAPD and Crime Stoppers think that you might be able to find him. Take a look. These images, police say, of the robber happened July 25th at Planet 42 vape shop. They tell us that the robber walked in, showed a weapon, and demanded money from a female store clerk. The suspect then took off running. If you recognize this guy, you could get a reward of up to $5,000. You can call Crime Stoppers at 210-224-7867. Driving on this hot summer day, not a treat in the heat, but it was made even worse by a series of crashes and mishaps on the roads today. Take a look at this one where an 18-wheeler crashed and careened off the road, and it was just stuck hanging over the side of a bridge. It happened just before 12:30 this afternoon. That big rig crashed on a bridge on Green Mountain Road on 1604. So far, we have only a few details about what led to this crash, but drivers in the westbound lanes of East Loop 1604 North were frustrated for hours because traffic had to be diverted around the crash site. We're told motor oil was leaking onto the road. A wrecker had to be brought in to pull the cab up. Those lanes, though, have since reopened.
It seemed like there were a lot of traffic backups today. This was actually, well, not this, but there we go. This was the scene on I-35 north past AT&T Parkway this morning. TxDOT says an overhead bridge sign collapsed, falling right onto the highway. You can see it right there. It happened about 11 at the Salado Creek exit. Sky 12 capturing the incident, and as you can guess, traffic backed up here. You can see what happens to be a small SUV that actually crashed into the sign. No word if anyone in that vehicle was injured. According to TxDOT, a truck hit the bridge, and that caused that sign to fall. Let's check out traffic right now. We're going to go to I-37 at 410, I believe. And what it looks like here is that a roadway is closed down. This has got to be the access road at 37 and 410 because they were putting out a grass fire. You can see a lot of the grass and the vegetation there along the interstate still being doused down as they try to get control of some of the hot spots. But this is just another indicator of just how dry it is out there.
Another summertime issue that happens all too often, a real tragedy here. A 3-month-old baby boy discovered trapped in a hot car, taken to the hospital, but it was too late. Houston police saying that his mother left him in the car as she went inside a mental health center with her 4-year-old child. They say that after the visit, the mother was about to drive away when she realized that that baby had been in the car the whole time. Efforts to save the infant failed. It's unclear if police are going to file any charges against the mother.
We showed it to you last night on the Night Beat, and the threat continues in Cedar Park near Austin as a large brush fire continues to burn. The Palmer Lane fire, as it's being called, has burned about 50 acres so far. As of this afternoon, fire officials say it's only 60% contained.
The city of Cedar Park reporting that there have been only 2 minor injuries so far. As Rudy Koski reports, firefighters say that the forward movement of that fire, at least, has been stopped.
Forward progression of the fire in Cedar Park was stopped during the overnight hours. From the air, water continued to be dropped Wednesday on hotspots. Crews on the ground completed a containment line.
And what we're trying to do is prevent brush, roots, anything from burning underneath and coming up on the other side.
Aerial images of the 50-acre burn scar released by Cedar Park shows how the Palmer fire reduced a wooded area to ash. It cut around the Whitestone Landing townhomes and into part of the Bexley at Silverado apartment complex. The fire came all the way up to 1431, and despite the size of this highway, embers flew over the roadway and started a fire on the north side. The moment that happened was recorded by a resident and sent to Fox 7.
Now this is getting a little scary because it can literally jump right over the road where I'm at. And my car is on a freaking rack. This is crazy town.
2 firefighters were hurt during the battle.
One was a heat-related injury and one had debris in their eye.
Wednesday morning, residents who were evacuated were allowed back in. Michaela Cray was among those to go back. She says a police officer brought down some supplies for her baby and their cat.
It's just been chaos.
And getting this means what?
A lot. It means a lot. With a newborn, it just, like I said, they go through 5 diapers and at night. So
What do you do now?
go back to the hotel and I guess try to relax until I get an update.
This is a picture of Building 10 and what's left of its 24 units. 3 other buildings were damaged by the fire. While a search for a cause was just getting started, the mayor of Cedar Park said he was focused on ways to address the fire threat.
As this is a danger that we're going to have to continue to live with for a long time, and but is also very, very preventable.
Several thousand gallons of water poured onto the fire Tuesday, and more poured down Wednesday. The ongoing need for water resulted in an alert from Cedar Park notifying residents to conserve and to stop watering lawns for 48 hours.
That was Rudy Koski reporting from the Austin area. Let's go around America right now, where 6 people are dead in Maui as wildfires rip through that area. The mayor of Lahaina actually says there have been 13 evacuation orders so far. According to state officials, wildfires and that situation could be made worse by Hurricane Dora. The fires have already scorched numerous structures. Some parts of the Big Island have wind gusts of up to 80 miles per hour. At least 13 people have been injured. 911 services and communications down because of toppled cell towers and landlines down, interrupting emergency services and communications. Thousands of people are without power. Officials are hoping the effects of Dora will die down enough for crews to get a better handle on the fires. The Coast Guard was deployed to affected areas as well.
And I want to point out, Dora, the hurricane, is not even hitting Hawaii. It's actually a good distance away from the islands. You take a look at the latest on Dora. It's a major Category 4 hurricane. But notice how far away it is from Hawaii, quite a distance away. However, it's also within proximity to a very strong high pressure system. Remember, hurricanes are low pressure systems. A strong high in the northern Pacific creates a very strong pressure gradient, a big difference in air pressure, and that leads to the high winds. I was just looking at readings in Maui, and they had recent wind gusts just within the past couple of hours up to 67 miles per hour, just at one site I was watching, and that's helping to spread those flames so rapidly on the island of Maui. Around here, we are dry, we're parched as well. We have a high fire risk. We'll get into that coming up in a few minutes. Temperatures, Warren's backyard 106, along with Jim's backyard in Schertz. Rick's backyard in Bernie 103. Windcrest, Santa Jim reporting 103. Talk more about which records are going to fall in the days ahead coming up.
I'm glad you pointed that out, Adam, because I was thinking a hurricane would be great for wildfires in Hawaii.
Not with its proximity. Right?
Not with where it is right now. Thank you. Straight ahead, looking for opinions about a product or a business. A lot of us head straight to the reviews to help us decide, but you can't always believe what you read. What you need to know about fake online reviews. Next.
I'm Myra Arthur, and here's what we're working on for the news at 6 o'clock today. Not one, but 3 murder trials currently underway at the Kadena Reeves Justice Center. And in each case, the defendants face up to life in prison. We take you inside these courtrooms to give you an overview of each case. Plus, city officials are defending their repeated contact with a Fire Development Services executive. KSAT Investigates found Fernando de Leon has communicated with San Antonio DSD and Public Works employees on at least 74 projects since getting out of federal prison. De Leon served 14 months as part of his punishment for orchestrating the 5-year bribery scheme that led to him losing his job.
Mr. De Leon doesn't dictate to our staff any type of rules or regulation. Like any applicant, he may request permits or conditional permits. Our job is to help find solutions for those projects to meet code and to be successful.
Today at 6, how a letter written by De Leon has now put the city at odds with an elderly couple operating a commercial parking business on the west side. And starting September 1st, the law expands the ways that someone can safely surrender a newborn at a fire station. Why advocates believe changes in abortion laws led to a surge in support for baby boxes. All that and more today on the news at 6. One tool many are looking at are the reviews telling you how
perhaps a product or service was liked.
Yeah, we use them all the time, but do you ever wonder if those glowing reviews are real? 12 on your side's Marilyn Moritz tells us how to spot a fake.
The reviews that I had relied on in selecting a medical provider were fake.
After her bad experience, Kay Dean created Fake Review Watch, her own YouTube channel and website.
The public is being deceived, and it's a huge problem because consumer experiences aren't matching those reviews.
In fact, research from FakeSpot found that 42% of Amazon's reviews were not real. How can you know?
One major sign that something fishy might be going on is when you see a bunch of very positive reviews all posted on the same day. Fake reviews can be grouped together like this, so it's better to skip them.
Another red flag is when you see similar wording in several reviews. If different users say, "Wow, this product changed my life," that's fishy.
Anyone is allowed to leave reviews on Amazon, even if they didn't buy the product. So look for reviews that have the verified purchase tag. This means that the reviewer actually bought the product on Amazon.
You can also look at reviews from the same user. Just click on their profile, and if you see a pattern of 5 stars and similar language, those reviews might be fake or even paid. You can also check FakeSpot. It uses an algorithm to evaluate reviews. Just paste a product URL into their analyzer, and you be the judge. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
Taking a look outside with live cam. Beautiful day out there if you don't look in the lower right-hand corner of your screen.
Yeah, that's the thing. The temperature, it's
the picture
soaring.
looks nice.
It's beautiful.
Picture looks good. I'm going to complain a little. Not as green as it was a couple of months ago.
Definitely not.
There's that.
At the old go-kart track there, that's pretty crunchy and brown on the ground. Let's look at our almanac for today. So far, a high temperature of 105. But I do expect this to climb a degree between now and 6 o'clock. The record high, 106. I do think there's a pretty good chance we'll be tying that record. We'll let you know at 6. All right. Currently, that's our reading at the airport, 106 with a dew point of 61. So it feels like we're 2 degrees warmer than the actual air temperature. Bright blue sky, nothing but sunshine out there. This is going to be the trend. All across the state, we're in the triple digits. Del Rio 109, Junction 106, Dallas 107, Laredo 109, Divine 108. You get the idea. Triple digits across the board, well above average for this time of year. The average high, of course, be 97 for us here in San Antonio. This evening by 8 o'clock, still at 100 degrees, 100 even, bit breezy, southeasterly wind at 15 to 20 with some gusts up to 30. And then the humidity will be increasing after sunset as it typically does. Tomorrow we start the day at 80. That's at 7 a.m. By noon we're at 93. And then 5 o'clock, high temperature of 106. That would be a record by 1 degree. Cotulla tomorrow, 109, Eagle Pass 107, Canyon Lake and Kerrville even up to 104. Converse 105, Helotes 102, the high temperature. More of the same, but we're even going to add a degree or two depending on your location. And this trend continues. Notice Thursday and Friday, 106. Saturday we're at 105. Sunday we briefly dropped to 104. Then by Monday, we're back to 105. And notice, we do expect 5 of the next 7 days to be record tying or record breaking. When it comes down to those records, more are likely to fall. As for rainfall, of course, we're on the lookout. I wish we could drum up some showers. The severe weather activity in midsection of the country right now and earlier today, and even the good soaking rainfall, that's where it was. Yesterday, it was as close as Oklahoma and Arkansas. Today, it's a little farther to the north. We have the upper level high centered over western Mexico, still close enough to be influencing our weather and block out any good disturbances that could generate some showers and storms. So you look at the rainfall potential over the next 7 days, and with this high just drifting over Texas, you notice how it deflects all the rainfall and all that potential away from us. In turn, we continue to dry out some parts of central Texas in the extreme category for the fire danger. Not just dry ground, but the low afternoon relative humidity and gusty winds as well. Here in San Antonio, for the most part, we're in the high category, but you get to the north side of Bexar County and northward, and it's the very high for the fire risk. Really quickly look at the dust. It's been a while since we've updated the next time the dust could make it here. It's way out in the Atlantic. However, by this time next week, light amounts, very light amounts of that dust could give us a little extra haze in our sky. Again, that's not until next Wednesday. Otherwise, more of the same. Mornings near 80, afternoons around 105.
All right. Thank you, Adam.
All right. So we're going to talk about the new draftees with the newest member of the KSAT family, Mary Rominger. Welcome, Mary.
Yes, new just like Mozzie Smith, the defensive tackle for the Cowboys, one of the big pieces in the Cowboys' upcoming draft class. But so far, what head coach is telling us, it's the best he's seen in recent years for this draft class. Plus, the fight to be the #1 quarterback at Texas State is ramping up. We'll get into it right after the break.
They feel this is the best draft class that we've had of the last 4 years, just as far as their professionalism, their approach, and I think our rookies will definitely make an impact this year.
The anticipation builds for the Cowboys preseason games for a first look at the new group of draftees in big board sports.
Football coverage brought to you by Davis Law Firm.
Just one practice remains before the Dallas Cowboys return home for Saturday's preseason debut against Jacksonville. And up to this point, it's apparent the team's 2023 draft class is capable of making an immediate impact. Head coach Mike McCarthy adding the philosophy at camp is centered around the rookies.
We've always, catered everything we do to the rookies. It's the old teaching approach where you always make sure you teach to the lowest guy in the room, and it's frankly it's really the backbone of draft and develop. I mean, you have to develop these draft classes.
On a different note, Pro Bowl running back Tony Pollard returned to camp today, revealing his recent absence was due to the birth of his second daughter, Maui. Great news out of the Pollard camp, and a nice family picture right there. First-year head coach G.J. Kinney and the Texas State football program is through its first full week of camp. C.J. Rogers and Malik Hornsby remain in a battle for the starting job at quarterback, along with freshman T.J. Finley. Coach Kinney, who is a quarterback himself, says all three are being rotated equally.
Whoever can be the most consistent as far as their leadership, their on-the-field play, I think that's key, because we'll only go as far as our quarterback play. So those guys have handled that really well, and it's tough. It's tough competing with that many guys and sharing reps.
24 days stayed in the way of Texas State in its regular season opener at Baylor at 6 on September 2nd. And at 6 o'clock, I'll have more on the Dallas Cowboys, and our big game coverage previews continue with Smithson Valley.
All right. Thank you, Mary.
Yes, thank you.
We'll be right back.
KSAT 12-hour forecast, 7 a.m. tomorrow, 80 degrees. That's where we start the day. By noon up to 93, then a sunny 106 for the high temperature. We're going to be feeling the heat, and looks like we'll be 105 or above at least through Saturday, maybe dropping to 104 on Sunday. Coming up at 6, I'll have the official data if we hit a record today and records across the state as well.
Thank you, Adam, and thank you for watching the News at 5 with us.
World News up next. See you back here at 6.